It was deemed the wickedest city in the world. Now, a lot of Bible buffs and a lot of scholars and stuff who research biblical literature like to use Sodom and Gomorrah because they use that to demonize gay people. Now, there was that element going on in Sodom and Gomorrah, which is why God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. But it's not necessarily because of the gay culture. Well, in some gay cultures, it is a lot of promiscuity around where it's just sleeping with one person after another, not building any substantial, lasting relationships. So that is an element there. But it's not. It was not only that, but some people and some churches use that to demonize gay people. Now, I've always believed in the saying that you should love the sinner and hate the sin. So any church that doesn't welcome gay people and tries to, shun them is not doing the Lord's work, because God is love. You may not love what they're doing, but you can love that person. So any church out there holding up signs at funerals and grave sites saying God hates fags, and it's probably one of the thumbnails on one of my videos, they're not speaking for God. I don't know who they're speaking for. They're speaking for the devil, because God is love. God can love you in spite of your adultery and your affairs and the cheating of your heart and all those other things. So why are you to cast judgment on someone else just because you can see their sin? Yours may be hidden in your mind, but it's not like it's not there. So I just want to get that out of the way. The wickedest city in the world. It was declared the wickedest city in the world. This is where the Pirates of the Caribbean, all of those stories take place. Like Blackbeard and all of those pirates. Port Royal was where they would all meet to exchange their stolen wares. All the stuff they stole and pillaged from other places. I was talking to someone several years ago in another lifetime who explained this to me, so I did some research on it. And I realized that there's not many people on YouTube who's actually talking about this subject. And if you want to actually look up the information, I'm more than welcome and encourage you to go look it up online. It's very interesting. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah, God destroyed it. God destroyed Port Royal as well. That's where Black Bart, Blackbeard, and all those pirates who stole from other people, that's where they all congregated. This place was so corrupt and so bad that there was a bar and a brothel every 4 buildings throughout this area. It's in Kingston Harbor. It was around the 17th century. They would spend 2,000 to 3,000 pieces of 8, which is what they call currency, a night, on party, decadence, sex, booze, anything that was unholy and anything that did not require you to connect with someone. It was all about escapism and selfish living and overindulgence. They would have a pipe, one of those pipes that they drink their wine out of. They would locate it in the city. And when you came through, they would force you to drink. I guess to get your mind prepared for the debauchery and the sin that was going on. When you walked through, they would force you to drink out of this pipe that was of wine and whiskey or whatever they had in there. Well, on June 7th in 1692, a massive earthquake hit Port Royal and a tsunami. So this was a two-pronged punishment by God. Sodom and Gomorrah were hit with fire, hail and fire. It was fire and ice together, which destroyed the city and killed all the people. And that shows the mark of God. God comes in more than one way. This city was destroyed by a massive earthquake and a tsunami. It was considered God's punishment. 2,000 people died and was sucked in and caved into the water. Hey, baby.
Hey, babe.
He always photobombs me. But 2,000 people were sucked into it, was sucked in and sank underneath this part of the land that was sucked into the water. Only I was told one person got out. This one person was probably rattled and shaken beyond belief and ran as far away as they could from anything that had to do with anything of that time. But 2,000 people, which was a massive judgment by God. But a lot of people in churches don't talk about this because they want to use Sodom and Gomorrah to demonize gays. The city is well preserved underwater. Like if there's scuba divers that go down there and you can see the city still underwater. And in this video, I will put up pictures of Black Bart, which is one of the pirates who also lost his ship. I'm pretty sure there's hundreds of ships underwater in that area right now. where people are wanting to excavate and find the gold and treasure. So that lust for money is still there today. They were asking the citizens, do they want the land to be, the earth and the water to be excavated, or do they want to leave it as it is? I think greed will call, if they allow people to excavate it, greed will soon take over, especially if they find treasure. Leaving it the way it is kind of like the lost city of Atlantis, only we know where this location is. But this is one of those stories that doesn't really get a lot of play. So with the Pirates of the Caribbean, no one's ever really talked about that area. For some reason, it seems to escape the radar of the most of the world. Because when they think of God's judgment, they want to think about gay people. Well, these pirates were out there having sex with women in brothels and raping and pillaging and doing all of that. But because they weren't gay, it doesn't get discussed. So there's a double-sided coin to this. The church, a lot of churches, demonize any group that doesn't want to sit with them because obviously that person finds something wrong with the way they're preaching or the message they're putting across. But God is love. God is not hatred and anger and all of those things. The Ranger ship belonged to Black Bart. That was also sank too. And in this video, I will put a picture up of Black Bart and some other illustrations. But this was just a quick video that I wanted to do on a topic that is not really discussed. The wickedest city in the world. And this was in 1692 at that time. And it was Port Royal, where the Pirates of the Caribbean is, where all those movies are supposed to take place. I just wanted to give you a quick little bit of history and give it to you from a spiritual mindset, like I said. This is Anthony Young. This is my baby Sapphire, Cinderella. They all wanted to photobomb me. They learned from their mom. They learned from Lamont how to do this. But I want you guys to hit like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more content later, and I will talk to you guys again later. Bye. Y'all want to get off me now? Can y'all get down? No? It's all about y'all, huh? Okay. See you guys later.